Peace, y'all. I want to hop on here today and talk about college. I personally decided a few years ago, like officially, that I wasn't going to participate in going to college. Oh, I did a little bit of like a small amount of college type things, which thank you, but yeah, I'm here to share with you why I personally don't agree with that system. First of all, I know there's a lot of like counter arguments out there. I know, like, people will tell me, oh, how do you know if you can trust somebody? How do you know if somebody's qualified if they didn't go to school for it? There's qualifications that come through college that you can't get anywhere else. Okay. I beg to conclude the point that first of all is based off of a very not a very old systematic way of thinking, but an old way of thinking, because it's still reliant upon the fact that you have to have a degree to be qualified. I'm gonna let you know that I have learned skills and I've learned information through books, through the internet, all for free. And I have learned a lot of things. I am qualified and I have the skills to do a lot of things. I have a lot of different skills just because I've taken the time to practice and to cultivate and to put that knowledge into experience. I do not believe that a person should have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to be considered a contributing member of society. That just makes no sense to me. You think that if they wanted to help the people, if they wanted to create a better world, you think that they would make those resources so ridiculous? I'm not saying that education has to be free, but also why not? Because the people who want the education are going to put in the work either way. People who don't want the education are not going to put in the work either way. If somebody does not care to learn or to develop a skill, you can't, even a free course, they don't care. I promise you, they're not going to put in that effort and that time if they don't care to learn the skill. So, this is just, it's not necessarily a free versus ridiculously expensive thing. Like, you can have a course for $30 and it would be perfect. It just depends on what it is and where it is and what, who, why, and how, and all of that, right? It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that it does not make sense to make education that expensive. That's a business. That is a business. And the fact that people come from overseas to have a certain American education, I say that because I'm in America, I think that's terrible, honestly. I think that's terrible. If those people want to do that, actually, it's fine. If you want to do that, it's fine. If people in America want to do that, it's fine. If you choose to do that, I support you. However, I advise people that if you are only doing that because you feel like you have to, think again. At least take more time to think about it and to ponder about why you're making that choice, because that is a choice that takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of a lot of energy. It's going to take a lot of energy for you to complete a college degree that you might not even need and might not even use. The people that I know that have degrees and they like are doing something completely different, like, it just reminds me of when I was like in junior high and, you know, they take you, when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, 12, 13, 14 years old, these people, these counselors take me into their office and I say like, what career would you like to do when you are old? What career would you like to pursue? What degree would you like to pursue? 12, 13, 14 years old. 12, 13, 14 years old. Okay, I'm not gonna say that again. But for real, like, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't really know exactly who I was. I still don't. But for real, like, I think that is a good example of how that system has like tried to infiltrate like humanity. It's tried to infiltrate like I don't know, tried to infiltrate us with this idea that you have to do that. And yeah, like, I remember as a kid in those offices, I was like, ooh, marine biology. Like, I'm still very interested in that. But to pursue a degree, like, I feel like, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to steer away from like, this is like, none of that. I think I said enough about why I don't want to participate in that. And now I would like to share my experience and my understanding, my overstanding and understanding about the way I do choose to live. And like when it comes to career is very like a box. I'm not really a box type of person. If you try to put me in a box, you will fail because I do not fit in a box. So that being said, when it comes to my life and the way that I live and the way that I learn, I'm very focused on the physical, tangible, true learning of a certain subject. So if I'm trying to learn about the plants of Utah, I can read a book about that. That will help me to some extent, but I found the best way that I've learned is to go outside and to look at the plants, to see how they are shaped and what colors and like how they grow, and you know, like, there's just so much to observe. And I think sometimes in doing that, all that book work, we get so stuck in it and we don't observe. So yeah, I am very much about skill. Like, for me, if I have a skill and I can deliver that and I can also teach that, that is there it is. Like, that's what I need. That's what the whole goal is, right? To be able to have certain knowledge, to be able to demonstrate a skill, and to be able to pass that skill on. That is my approach. And it makes a lot more sense to me. You know, we can sit so long in ideas and information, but without the actual application of the information, it may be interesting, but it's kind of useless in the sense that it's not actually doing something to further the good in our society or to further the evolution of our society or of humanity. So I think for a very long time we have sat in information and bookwork and all that. But I'm realizing that like it's a much better approach to actually there is a time to sit and learn, but application, I find for me it's not such a slow burn process of like, oh, learn, and then apply. But rather it's like learn, apply, learn, apply, learn, apply. And then you become actually a lot more proficient and efficient in the way that you can deliver information or the way that you can display your understanding or your skill. So yeah, I think that people in general, I think we should have I think that we should have more access to bettering ourselves. I don't think that bettering yourself should be something that's like so far out of reach or that requires so much process. Like it should be a part of the way that we live and the way that we exist and the way that we thrive in our communities. Gathering together, sharing wisdom, sharing information, sharing knowledge, sharing skill. You know, that is the best way to learn, is to be around somebody who has the skill and who practices the skill. That is where we'll learn the best. So yeah, I guess like what I really want to see again, because I haven't seen it in my life, but you know, just going back to the original state of like learning in communities. Like I really think that the parents of a child should be the first educators of a child. I think it's very twisted that that's not how it is anymore. But I know why, because a lot of those parents don't actually have the education to parent a child, or yeah, to parent a child and to teach a child. Like how to be a civil, social creature, how to interact with people, how to build a healthy relationship. Most of these parents that we have maybe don't have any of those things. So I guess I am speaking to like this generation that I am a part of, but also I'm speaking to all of you who are watching this. So there are my ideas and my reasonings, my ponderings on college and that system. And I hope this video gave you some insight, maybe brought a new idea to your mind or something to ponder on and think about. And yeah, if you like what I post, feel free to subscribe, comment, like. I'm here ultimately to build a community and to gather people. You know, maybe that's right now online, but I really hope to just, you know, gather people at the end of the day, physically or whatever is in store for this platform. So thank you all. I hope this message finds you well and I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.